Hello everyone, Shivits over here. Welcome to another video. In this video, I want to introduce you to a new project that I've been working on for the past couple of months called as First Issue. So what is First Issue? If you're a developer or have been looking at open source projects such as Flutter, React, React Native or any of the other open source projects hosted on GitHub, then you may be familiar with a label called as Good First Issue. Now this label is usually used to identify issues that first-time contributors can contribute to or open a pull request to resolve those issues in a way to get them into the open source community and put their name on the repository. Now First Issue kind of takes this idea, puts it into a website and also has an AI model to kind of give you an idea on how to get started in contributing to that very first issue that you have identified. So without further ado, let's go over to the laptop and let me boot up the website and show you what it looks like, how you can use it, and I'll also walk you through some future features or enhancements that I want to put into this website to make the journey really fun for everyone who's getting started on open source contribution and development. This is the homepage of the website. I've left a link to this website in the description below, so do check it out. The first thing you're going to notice is there are a couple of repositories that I've pinned. Now these repositories are static, which means what I'm seeing is what you're going to see. It's not dynamic. In the near future, it will be dynamic where you can pin certain repositories that you want to contribute actively, so it's easier for you to get through those rather than having to search and all those things. So stay tuned for that. I'll let you all know when it goes live. Now, there is also a search bar on the top to search for other repositories. We'll look at that functionality in a bit. For now, let's say we want to contribute to Flutter or look at the issues that are there in the Flutter repository. What we can do is we can click on the Flutter card and it's going to pull the issues from the Flutter repository. Now, it's not going to pull all the issues because the Flutter repository has like some 5,000 plus issues open, and pulling in so much, obviously GitHub is not going to allow it. So in the near future, I'm going to be changing the API so you can decide how many issues you wanted to pull, etc, etc. But for now, it's just going to pull like 10 issues from it. So while you're reading it, if you're interested in, let's say, the image picker one, right? You can do a command click or a control click if you're on Windows, and then it will open up that particular issue on GitHub in the Flutter repository, and you can read through it for more details. So that's the issues tab. The next tab, called as AI summaries, is where it takes it to a next level. Currently, only the Gemini model is supported. I do plan on adding support for Claude and also OpenAI in the near future. Over here, what you can do is you can choose the level of your development. So if you're a beginner, you could choose beginner, or you can put it as intermediate or advanced based on your level. So let's say I put it as intermediate. You would need to provide your own API key in order to use this. So you can click the link over here to get the API key, and then you click on view summary. This will take approximately 30 seconds to a minute because it has to generate all these summaries. So once it does that, it's going to basically give you a summary of the issues it thinks that are intermediate for you to kind of get started on. So reading through it, let's say this black screen one, right? If we read through it, it gives us like the summary that it gets and also how we can kind of get started on solving this issue. Now, in the near future, I want to make like a chat interface. So the previous screen that I showed, it's first going to get all the summaries and going to have it as reference. And as you communicate, let's say you are interested in solving this, you can ask more questions and it can guide you in the right path. So all of those are coming in like a near future. The next thing I want to show is metadata. This basically kind of gives some metadata information of the repository. So it tells what the Flutter repository is for, the languages that are used throughout the entire repository, and also the topics mentioned. So in case you're interested in contributing to more, let's say, Kotlin related projects, you can like again command click or control click Kotlin and see like the various topics or various repositories that are using Kotlin. So now let's go back to the home page and let's look at this search, right? So let's say there is a repository not listed over here, but you really want to contribute. So let's say like the Go repository from Google, right? You can copy the entire repository URL, go back to first issue and paste it in the search. And when you hit return, it's again going to do the same thing. So it's going to pull the issues from the repository. It also has AI summaries again. So over here, let's say I'm a beginner in Go. Clicking on view summary is going to show all the summaries of issues that it thinks a new developer can work on and contribute. And metadata has like the same thing. So at a high level, that's what this project is about. And I think it's a really good way for you to kind of get started with open source contribution and making yourself known to the open source community. So if you like it, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, share it with someone you think will like it or would learn from it, and let me know what you think. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye.